Jack Brewer is right now, former NFL great, Jack Brewer Foundation. You know, Jack tries to help people, maybe even like the one here, but there are some cases maybe that go too far that even Jack can't help. But Jack, good to see you. What is going on here? We talk about the crime wave, but we talk about people out on the street who probably shouldn't be out on the street. How do you balance that?
You know, this is time for America to take notice. Neil, I'm in the prisons every week, and I get to witness rehabilitation programs. I serve on the board of directors at the GEO Group, and we focus on rehabilitation. We focus on real human rights, but that starts with actually putting programs in. To see a man like that spent 20 years behind bars, that was 20 years that the system had the opportunity to rehabilitate him. 20 years that the system had the opportunity to put programs in place to start to understand if he did have mental health issues and address them. But when we're just putting people back out on the streets, and when we're putting hundreds of millions to billions of dollars into criminal justice systems across major cities in America, but you're not teaching and putting programs into the prisons when you have these folks in custody, you're doing the public a disservice. So there needs to be some accountability in many of these justice departments. There needs to be accountability in our approach to criminal justice. We can't be soft on crime. We must be smart on crime. And we must be able to actually go in and put the resources, the taxpayer dollars, into rehabilitation programs so that things like this don't continue to happen. We have a crisis in this nation right now.
I'm just wondering if there's some people who are beyond rehabilitation. A guy like this who shoved someone onto the subway. And with a checkered record himself, there's some things that even Jack Brewer can't fix, aren't there?
Yeah, Neil, but when you're in a rehabilitation program, you understand when people aren't rehabilitated. Right. And so if you don't take the time to get that understanding, and it's about spirituality, you can see and feel and witness the spirit of a person to be able to do something like this. This is devilish, to be quite honest with you. And so if you have no rehabilitation programs, you're not going to be able to identify when people continue to have these type of criminal behaviors in these really spiritually weak individuals who don't have any care for their brothers and sisters out in the streets. Yeah. That is why rehabilitation programs are so important, is because it at least gives you a chance to assess where these folks are at before you just put them back into our neighborhoods and communities.
Yeah, and get it early before it gets out of control. To your point, Jack Brewer, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it, as always.